Hey everybody, it's B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Milo, the same Milo I faced in battles 7, 22, 40, and 66, as well as teamed up with in battle 70. So this is his 6th appearance on the channel, 5th time we're facing off, and for those of you who might not remember, Milo is actually an old friend of mine in real life. And he was actually the one who got me into competitive battling years ago. So we always have great matches. This one will be no exception. You can see he brought a very powerful and intimidating team. So it is going to be another great match, and we're going to get into it. So he led with Landorus, and I led with Feraligatr, and he's going to get the Intimidate to lower my attack right away, and he is going to go straight for the U-turn to get some damage, scout me. He actually gets the crit, which was very unfortunate for me. It's going to take me down by a little over half, and he does get the mandatory switch, so he's going to come in with Black Kyurem, probably predicting the water move. His Terravolt's also going to come into play, and I do go for the Waterfall, so that's not going to do too much of anything to him. So this turn he does outspeed me, and he is going to go for the Fusion Bolt, which is obviously going to be more than enough to finish my Feraligatr off and give him an early lead at 6-5. So then I'm going to come in with Excadrill, and my Mold Breaker is going to come into play. And he's actually going to switch out. I guess he doesn't have any good moves for me. So he's going to come in with Keldeo, probably predicting the Steel move, but I just went for the Stealth Rock instead to get the entry hazard set up. So I'm going to switch out then. I don't know if I can survive an attack from this thing, and I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to come in with Roserade to try and absorb whatever he throws at me. And he's going to go for the Secret Sword, which is actually going to take me down by about 2/3, which was quite a lot, and he's going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So this turn he's going to outspeed me and just go for another Secret Sword, and that is going to be enough to finish my Roserade off and give him a big lead at 6-4, so not looking good for me early on here. So then I'm going to come in with Togekiss, and he is going to switch out then. Doesn't want to take an attack from me, I guess, so he's going to come in with Jirachi and take some damage from the rocks. And I just went for a Thunder Wave to paralyze whatever he left in. So I'm going to land that and paralyze his Jirachi, but he actually has a Lumberry on there, so he is going to instantly cure that paralysis. So I'm going to switch out then. I don't want to get taken out by a Steel move, so I'm going to come in with Excadrill predicting that, and my Mold Breaker is going to come back into play. And he does go for the Iron Head, so that is not going to do too much to me. And then I'm going to regain some health with the leftovers. So he is going to go for another switch then. Probably doesn't want to get taken out with a ground move. So he's going to come in with Landorus, predicting that, take some damage from the rocks, and get the Intimidate to lower my attack. But I actually anticipated that switch and went for the Iron Head, which is going to take him down to about half, so that was not too bad. And then I'm going to regain more health with the leftovers. So I'm going to switch out then. I don't know if I can survive a ground move from this thing, and I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to come in with Togekiss predicting that. But he actually just goes for the U-turn again instead, which is not going to do too much damage to me, but he is going to get the mandatory switch again. And he's going to come back in with Jirachi and take some more damage from the rocks. And then I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So I'm going to switch out again then, predicting the Steel move. I don't want to get taken out with that, so I'm going to come in with Houndoom this time. And he actually goes for the Wish instead to get health restoration for one of his Pokemon next turn. So then he's going to switch out, and he is going to come back in with Landorus, trying to heal that with the Wish, obviously. He's going to take some damage from the rocks again and get the Intimidate to lower my attack. So I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution into Mega Houndoom. And I went for the Dark Pulse, trying to do enough damage to take him out before the Wish, and fortunately, that is enough to finish his Landorus off, and now he's only leading 5-4. So then he's going to come in with Keldeo, take some damage from the rocks, and unfortunately he does outspeed me still. I stayed in hoping I would outspeed him, but he gets me with the Sacred Sword, and once again, and that's going to be enough to actually finish me off in one shot, giving him his big lead back at 5-3, and take some more damage from the Life Orb. So I'm going to come in with Azelf then, and he is going to switch out. Doesn't want to get taken out, so he's going to come in with Raikou and take some damage from the rocks, and his pressure is going to come into play. And I just went for the Zen Headbutt for max damage, which is going to take him down to about a quarter, but he does survive. Then this turn he does outspeed me and goes for the Volt Switch, which is going to take me down by about half. And of course he gets the mandatory switch, so he's going to come back in with Jirachi, probably predicting another Zen Headbutt, and take some damage from the rocks. So I actually went for the U-turn instead, just in case he switched. I get the crit, which was nice, so that's going to drop him down to about half. And then I get the mandatory switch, so I'm going to come back in with Excadrill, and my Mold Breaker is going to come back into play. And I'm going to regain more health with the leftovers. So this turn he's going to go for the Wish once again to get health restoration for another one of his Pokemon next turn. I just went for the Earthquake, trying to take him out, which that is going to be enough to finish his Jirachi off, and now he's only leading 4-3. And then I'm going to regain the rest of my health with the leftovers. So then he's going to come back in with Keldeo and take some more damage from the rocks. And I am once again going to have to switch out. I don't want to lose my Excadrill to this thing, so I'm going to come in with Togekiss, predicting another Secret Sword, which he does go for. So that's not going to do too much to me. And he is going to take some more damage from the Life Orb, but the Wish is going to actually put him back up to full health, so not going to matter. So that's not good for me, and I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So this turn he's actually just going to go for a Protect to scout me, see what I want to do. I just went for a Thunder Wave to try and paralyze him. So then I'm going to regain more health with the leftovers. So he is going to go for the switch then, and he's going to come back in with Raikou, probably predicting another Thunder Wave. Take some more damage from the rocks, putting him down into the red, and his pressure is going to come back into play. So I did go for the Thunder Wave, unfortunately, so that's not going to do anything to him, so he gets the free switch, and then I'm going to regain the rest of my health with the leftovers. So I'm going to switch out then. Don't want to take any damage with my Togekiss, so I'm going to come back in with Excadrill, predicting the electric move. My Mold Breaker is going to come back into play, but it looks like he predicted that switch and went for the Hidden Power Ice, I assume. So that's going to do some damage to me, and then I'm going to regain some health with the leftovers. So this turn he's just going to go for another Hidden Power Ice, trying to get some more damage on me. It's going to take me down to about 2/3, but I'm going to survive, go for the Earthquake, and that's going to be more than enough to finish his Raikou off and tie the battle up at 3-3. And then I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So then he's going to come back in with Keldeo and take some damage from the rocks. And I'm going to have to switch out once again. I don't want to lose my Excadrill. So I'm going to come back in with Azelf, basically as fodder. So he actually goes for the Hydro Pump this time, and that is going to be enough to finish my Azelf off and give him the lead back at 3-2. And he's going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then I'm going to come back in with Togekiss, and he's just going to go for another Protect to scout me, see what I want to do. I just went for the Air Slash to try and get damage on him. So he is going to go for another switch and come back in with Kyurem, and take some more damage from the rocks. And his Terravolt's going to come back into play. And I just went for another Air Slash, trying to get damage on whatever he left in. And luckily for me, I actually get the crit this time, and that is going to be enough to take his Kyurem out and tie the battle up at 2-2. So then he's going to come in with Heatran, and he has the Air Balloon on there. So he actually does outspeed me and goes for the Flash Cannon, which is going to take me down to the red, but I do survive with 36 health, and he gets the special defense drop. So I just went for the Aura Sphere, hoping to take him out, but he survives that with about a quarter, and that gets rid of his Air Balloon. And then I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So, unfortunately, he does outspeed me, and he's going to go for a Lava Plume. Actually gets the crit, but it didn't matter to finish my Togekiss off and take the lead back at 2-1. So finally, I'm going to come back in with Excadrill. My Mold Breaker is going to come back into play, but it's not going to matter because he outspeeds my Excadrill as well. Goes for another Lava Plume, and that's going to be enough to take my Excadrill down, and that is game. So I lost this one to Milo. It was a great match, very close, but he ended up making a few better predictions than I did in this one, which led him to getting the win. But a great match nonetheless. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, if you want to battle me, leave a comment with your friend code. So that's it, and we will see you next time.